A woman picked up a used sanitary pad, opened it, and saw blood stains inside. For revenge, she gave the pad to a local shaman. The shaman cut the pad, mixed blood with holy water, wrote the victim's name on a photo, and soaked it in ox blood. This ritual was Southeast Asia's cruelest curse. The horse descent. Anyone cursed would die within 5 days along with their relatives. The vicious curse made the shaman Connor scream endlessly. Today, 2 sisters came to see Connor. The older sister wanted to know if she could be with her cousin's son. The spirit's mourning left Xiaomei feeling uneasy. 12 years later, it's Alway's daughter's birthday. Aunt Xiaomei prepared a gift for Sophie. Blind Sophie loved touching her new cuddly toy. Alway's bedridden mother stayed in her aunt's room. Her parents didn't leave her side. Alway's parents also stayed close. Alway's parents remained nearby. Alway's parents continued to stay. Alway's parents were still there. Alway's parents lingered as Xiaomei sought Alway outside. So these past years, I was just kidding. What? Didn't I say I didn't want to discuss this? Men just want good things. Why? Are you afraid your wife will find out about us? Stop talking. We've made up. It's over between us. We're relatives, you know that, since childhood. Why not marry a relative if it means your son's success? I really don't want to marry him. I really don't. Hearing his daughter's voice, Alway stopped in his tracks. After returning, Xiaomei grew angrier the more she thought about it. The two had sworn an oath to the heavens, yet now Alway broke his word and ignored even Xiaomei's calls. Left with no choice, Xiaomei went straight to Alway's pork shop. In the heat of their argument, an emotionally charged Xiaomei grabbed a butcher knife from nearby. God save the country. Suddenly, Xiaomei felt a sharp pain in her abdomen. As neighbors gathered to watch, Alway splashed a basin of pig's blood on her to cover the blood on her legs. The next day, Alway visited Xiaomei in the hospital. She accused him of wrongdoing. As compensation, he took out his last 300 yuan, leaving Xiaomei utterly hopeless. Seeing Alway's helpless expression, Xiaomei's resentment and bitterness instantly turned to tears, pouring out. Only now did he realize everything he gave was merely wishful thinking. Watching Alway's departing figure, hatred welled up in Xiaomei. That night, a sound sleep was interrupted by Sophie's screams. Alway looked closer to find his daughter had gone blind. Thankfully, it was just a nightmare. He rushed to check on Sophie. Watching his sleeping daughter, guilt consumed Alway. When his wife was pregnant, ignoring her labor pains, he insisted more time was needed. The delay caused their daughter to lose her sight, and the pressure during birth. Alway's remorse was unending. To this day, he felt he failed his daughter. The next day, Sophie suddenly felt a stabbing pain in her belly. Fen rushed to comfort her. Meanwhile, Xiaomei called Alway as soon as she was discharged. Conflicted, Alway finally answered Xiaomei's call. Pained and desperate, Xiaomei sought out Connor again, hoping his magic could win Alway back. Agreeing on a price, Connor decided to cast a spell on Fen, but needed her hair and blood. Using a visit with Sophie as a pretense, Xiaomei went to Alway's home. After a brief chatter with Fen, she slipped into the bathroom where she found a hair-filled comb and luckily a bloody pad in the trash. Truly, the most blessed find filth in secret places. That evening, Connor dug up a corpse in the cemetery. Removing its neck bones, he then sacrificed a buffalo, using its organs as offerings. With preparations complete, the terrifying ritual began. Connor first sliced open a photo soaked in ox blood, then wrapped the neck bones thrice in bovine intestines. As Connor chanted, the room instantly reacted.
到3圈，随着康纳的咒语念动，房子瞬间有了反应。
After 5 nights, all your wishes will come true. He will die, along with his blood. Starting tonight. Meanwhile, Fen was praying at home when a bloody bull's head suddenly fell. Terrified, Fen looked up to see the beams covered in bloody cow innards. Countless organs began falling, splattering on Fen's face. Alway rushed over, warming up. The next day, Fen was sorting clothes when a bottle popped out from under the bed. Leaning over, she saw her daughter's doll had fallen underneath. When she looked at the doll, it wore a strange smile. Fen viciously cut off the doll's hair, then ate it all uncontrollably. That evening, Xiaomei returned home and was questioned by her sister. She wondered when she could get back the golden rose she gave to Connor. Her eyes revealed she was thinking about her sister. Her eyes revealed she was thinking about her sister. Her eyes revealed she was thinking about her sister. After arguing, Xiaomei kicked her out. As she turned off the lights, something strange appeared. Xiaomei was puzzled. Not related to Shufan, why would evil target her? Meanwhile, Shufan felt an inexplicable wave of nausea. Wensheng checked and saw Shufan vomit a bloody locust. Bizarrely, while bathing her mother-in-law, Shufan's hands covered the old woman's nose. Luckily, Shufan snapped out of it before her mother-in-law suffocated. Shufan felt guilty, suspecting she had schizophrenia. Suddenly, her paralyzed mother-in-law walked out and grabbed boiling porridge. By the time Shufan noticed, the old woman was scalded beyond recognition. The next evening, Wei held a funeral for his mother. As everyone prayed, Shufan suddenly ran up and overturned her mother's body. Lun Sang original. After Dashan's ritual, the evil spirit was sealed in Shufan's body. After questioning, Dashan learned more about the situation. He asked Wei to watch Shufan while he sought a solution at home. At midnight, while guarding his wife, Wei heard a strange noise downstairs. He went to investigate and was stunned by what he saw. A group surrounded his daughter, shaking heads. Wei, shocked, stumbled and fell. Lun Sang original. After Dashan's ritual, the evil spirit was sealed in Shufan's body. After questioning, Dashan learned more about the situation. He asked Wei to watch Shufan while he sought a solution at home. After questioning, Dashan learned more about the situation. 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 These subtitles are provided by Red Star Function. Do not reuse or distribute. Do you think you're a good person? I haven't even gotten home yet. Thankfully, it was just a nightmare. Meanwhile, Xiaomei's mother acted strangely, smashing things at home and eating broken glass. When Xiaomei returned, she found her mother dead in the house. Xiaomei felt both heartbroken and conflicted about her mother's death. The next day after the funeral, Xiaomei confessed everything to her sister. Xiaomei wondered why her aunt and mother were affected, as they weren't Shufan's relatives. Meanwhile, Shufan seemed possessed, tying a noose and attempting to hang herself. Luckily, Wei saved Shufan and sought Dashan's help again. Seeing Shufan's state, Dashan planned an exorcism at the temple that night. It was Connor's last promised day to keep the sisters safe. At that moment, something strange occurred.
What was that?
The evil spirit possessed her sister. Xiaomei fled with it in pursuit. Xiaomei almost hit the spirit with a rock, but her sister kept switching between normal and possessed. She climbed a tree, laughed at Xiaomei, then jumped down. Regretful, Xiaomei angrily went to the wizard's house, but Connor hid.
Meanwhile, Abel brought Shufan to the temple. With everyone present, the exorcism began. When Shufan touched the holy water, she went berserk. Dashan had her wrapped in cloth and doused with holy water, but she levitated. Meanwhile, Xiaomei started experiencing strange symptoms, her body beginning to contort unnaturally. Within moments, Xiaomei succumbed to the bone deformation, dying on the spot. Observing the scene, Connor realized Xiaomei had fallen victim to the evil god. Elsewhere, Dashan sensed the evil god's presence had dissipated. As they prepared to leave, Sophie approached them with an eerie gait. Through her eyes, Our Wei followed her form, fixated on her body, unable to look away. He kept staring at her. Anna, Ibu, Del and Maggie were merely blood relations. They were all destined to die within 5 nights. As Our Wei struggled to breathe, Dashan quickly tossed him a string of prayer beads. Yet Our Wei couldn't escape death. The evil god snapped his neck beside his wife. At the story's end, while Shufan was hospitalized, the missing Sophie reappeared. That's all for today's tale. I'm Brother Neo. See you next time.